Happy holidays, hybrid shooters. It's Jason Vong, and whoa, it's been a gassy year for me. I picked up a new piece of equipment almost every single month, but seldom do I talk about which one was actually worth every penny. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about some of my best gas investments of 2017. And no, I did not invest in Bitcoins. Damn it. Warning for those of you who have not watched any of my videos on this channel, there's gonna be a lot of Sony products, so yeah, just a warning. First on the list is the Sony a6500. Technically, I got this camera at the end of 2016, but I'm gonna warrant this as a 2017 gear just because I use it almost every single day this year. This is arguably the best hybrid camera from Sony because it took some of the best features from its two older brothers, the Sony a7R II, which excelled in the autofocus department, and the Sony a7S II, which excelled in the cinematography department. Features like fast hybrid autofocus, S-Log 2 and 3, 120 frames per second, and in-body image stabilization. Essentially all the kick-ass things you would find in a professional photography and cinematography camera. And because of that, I shoot almost everything with this camera. Vlogs, YouTube videos, weddings, concerts, Instagram posts, etc. And what's insane is that the Sony a6500 actually shoots better 4K videos than the a7R II and the a7S II because it's technically shooting in 6K in a 4K composition. So you're getting a lot richer details from the 4K footage off of this camera. Seriously, the fast hybrid autofocus and the crispy 4K videos is what makes the Sony a6500 a powerhouse package in the palm of your hands, and I can still highly recommend this to any content creators going into 2018. Unless, of course, the Sony a6700 comes out with a flip-out screen, then that would be the camera to get. Next up is the Zeiss 24mm f1.8, also an end 2016 gear, but like the a6500, I got the most mileage out of this lens in 2017. This is designed for an APS-C sensor camera, so the focal length you're really getting is a 35mm equivalent, which is the perfect focal length for any general photography and videography. The Zeiss 24mm really complements my 16-70 f4 lens. For any run and gun decently lit situation, I would of course use the zoom lens, but when it gets really dark or I really want some bokeh, I bust out this guy. Also, this is the lens that I use for most of these talking style videos because it's wide enough to fit me in frame, but also tight enough to eliminate the mess that is out of the frame. And for the mess inside of the frame, the 1.8 aperture does a great job blurring out the background just slightly enough so you don't notice all the imperfection. Except the ones on my face, of course. Now this camera right here actually surprised me the most because I wasn't expecting myself to use it all that often, especially when I first got it. But I used the Sony RX100 extensively in my France vlog and some of my wedding BTS videos, while the bigger cameras, like these ones right here, were shooting stills or B-roll or actually capturing the event. But obviously the most enticing thing about the Sony RX100 is the flip-up screen, which is a must for vlogging. I just realized I extended too far, so you couldn't even see the flip-up screen. But here we go. There we go. Right there, flip-up screen. Yeah. Well, not only that, but what was newly implemented to this version is the phase detection autofocus, which significantly improves the autofocus speed and performance over the previous iteration. So the moment you point this camera to your face or in an object, the camera will shift focus to it right away. The lens is a 24-70 equivalent, which if I showed you what an actual 24-70 looks like, it's actually pretty insane that this little guy can shoot in that range. Woo! That's not all. At the widest end, you can shoot at 1.8 aperture and at the closest 2.8, allowing you to get some really nice bokeh off of this camera or making it extremely usable in low light situation. And for a point-and-shoot camera, it surprisingly has a lot of the pro features that you would find in these bigger cameras. Features like eye autofocus, S-Log 2, custom white balance, peaking, zebras, etc. But some of the more unique features about the Sony RX100 is the high frame rate mode and the built-in ND filter. With this camera, you can shoot up to 1,000 frames per second, which is nice, but to be honest with you, it's not exactly usable. But at 240 frames per second, it looks amazing. And the built-in ND filter helps a lot if you plan on shooting S-Log2 with this camera, or at least keeping the shutter consistent when shooting videos in broad daylight, which really makes me wish that the alpha cameras also have a built-in ND filter. Now, obviously, there are flaws with the RX100 like it can only shoot 4K up to 5 minutes, 10 minutes consecutively before you have to let it cool down. But that's honestly not the biggest deal to me because I record intermittently anyways. What is the biggest deal to me is that it does not have a hot shoe mount or a mic jack. If it had those, I would be able to capture cleaner audio whenever I vlog, but hopefully they will have that in the RX106. But the on-camera mic on the RX105 isn't too bad, and I've seen other YouTubers put like these mic toupees on top of their cameras to minimize the wind noise whenever they're out and about, and honestly, it sounds fine. Next up we got is the Sony 85mm 1.8. This is the best portrait / short telephoto prime lens for the dollar. In fact, I sold my 85 1.4 G Master in favor of keeping this lens. I did a test on both lenses and found a difference between 1.4 and 1.8 to be extremely minute, at least for me. And yes, the G Master has the creamier blur and the more perfect circle bokeh, but I much value the size of the 1.8 over the 1.4. It's an amazingly sharp lens and a breeze to carry around, and because of that, it's actually what I've been using to do a lot of the street photographies that I did in the France vlog and a lot of my Instagram photos. I've already made 2 videos where I extensively compared all the Sony FE85 lenses, so click up here to check them out. So I had one of my old power strips from years ago finally giving out on me, so I decided to look for a new one on Amazon. In this day and age, USB charging is so common that I knew I needed to get one with USB ports on it because I am tired of freaking using these wall adapters right here. And lo and behold, Aki sells these power strips with ample amount of outlets and USB ports, allowing me to power up my big devices like my laptop, my Amazon Echo, TV, etc. And also charging the little ones as well, like my phone, my camera batteries, AirPods, etc. And I don't have to worry about these small devices taking up any of my outlet spaces. Now, this particular one shown on the screen has 8 outlets and 6 USB ports. 2 of the outlets are spaced a bit of distance away from the others, allowing you to use the bigger plugs on there without worrying about overlapping with the others, which is incredibly thoughtful. And out of the 6 USB ports, the orange one right here has quick charging capability in case you have a device that supports fast charging. And they also have other power strips in different sizes and combination, so check in the description box below for all the available ones. I have no idea why I haven't adapted to these power strips years ago. And because I'm in the process of moving into my new office space, thank you so much for noticing, I decided to ask Aki if they're willing to sponsor this video by sending me 3 more of their power strips, and they were gracious enough to say yes. Thank you so much, Aki. You guys are freaking awesome. So I'm rocking all their power strips in all the corners of my room, and I can highly recommend this to any filmmakers, creators, and photographers who often take up all of the available outlet spaces just to do their creative work. Next up, we have yet another Sony product. This is the Sony MDR 1000X Bluetooth wireless headset. Woo! Wait, hold on. I'm sorry, I read my notes wrong. It's actually the Apple AirPods. Yes, I drank the apple juice, copped a pair of these Apple AirPods, and have been using them almost every single day. And yes, while I do enjoy the noise canceling on the Sony MDR 1000X and occasionally use it to monitor sound, I cannot deny how convenient these Apple AirPods are. They are the size of regular earbuds, they sync up quickly to my MacBook and my iPhone, and I would often use these to edit, watch videos in public or at night, and even take phone calls, and oh my god. Taking client calls with these on makes my life so much easier because I can listen to what they have to say and still have 2 hands on my computer typing up notes. And don't tell me Well, why don't you put them on speakerphone? Speakerphone sounds nasty, all right? Now, I remember when these first came out and people are like, man, these look ridiculous. But honestly, I never saw anything wrong with these. I never understood the hate because they look like regular earphones. In fact, you know what? I hate these. I hate these wires. These always get tangled. And if it weren't for my camera equipment like these and my audio equipment that still requires the 3.5mm headphone jack, I would have chucked these a long time ago. This is the future. Wireless is the way to go. Man, where's all this pent-up anger from? Ever since I recommended this on YouTube, this Sony remote has actually been one of the most bought items according to my Amazon analytics. And to this day, I still use this to record all of my YouTube videos. The start and stop feature alone makes this remote worth its $25 price tag. For me, I like to break down my video into segments, which makes my life a lot easier in post-production. Let's just say I'm recording this segment right now and I'm not really feeling confident about it. So what I would do is stop recording, go to the playback, delete it, and reshoot that segment again. That way, when I import all the clips to Final Cut Pro, I know they are all my best takes and all I have to do is just line them up and start putting on the little B-rolls and the music and the Instagram tag, and yeah. Now, there were comments in that video asking me, well, why couldn't I just use the smartphone to control the recording on my camera? Well, let me tell you why right now. It's because it does not work the way that I want it to. When you shoot remotely with your phone, I think it locks you up in program auto. So you can't use any sort of picture profiles. You can't control your ISO, your shutter speed, or whatever. I think you can only control your exposure compensation. I mean, I could be wrong now. Things could have changed. The app could have updated, but I remember when I first used it, it did not work the way that I wanted to. So, hence the remote. Last but not least, hands down, my best investment of 2017 is this standing desk right here. This is from a company called Autonomous, and they actually sell the most affordable electric-powered standing desk on the market. I picked this up mainly for ergonomic reasons. I'm in front of my computer every day for hours, working, editing, watching YouTube videos, etc. So being able to stand and work from time to time just allows for more productivity, and it's good for the health. They also have a control console right here, which allows you to adjust the height manually or program a certain setting so it can recall on it whenever it's pressed. However, I actually use this desk more to shoot a lot of these product shots for my YouTube videos. It's just much easier to control the height of the desk rather than the height of my tripod. I'm very happy with this purchase, except for this one thing. I wish there was an option to not get these cable holes right here. I'd rather have a clean, flat desk. For a regular office table, these are great for cable management, but for YouTube adjustable product desk, it's not that pleasing. I'd have to get creative to crop these out of the frame, which hasn't been too troublesome. For $250, this is the best standing desk to buy. Guys, let me know what are some of your best gas purchases of 2017. Let me know in the comments down below. And there's only a few days left in 2017, and I don't know how many more videos I got before the new year rolls in. So just in case, happy holidays, guys. You guys are freaking awesome. It has been an incredible year and an incredible 2017 for me on YouTube, and I can't wait to see what 2018 holds. Earlier this year, I was only at 3,000 subscribers, and today I'm standing at 25,600 subscribers, I think. Whatever the case may be, thank you guys so much for being a part of this journey. I'll see you guys in 2018. Peace.